So here we are, scooting across America, riding on the interstate and blowing off checkpoints. This is day 5, part 3.
Matt, we chatted last night about the Burr Trail. He's like, did you go through the water? And he's all, you would remember it. And like, honestly, at the time when I was talking to him, I was like, yeah. And he was looking at me thinking she did take the Burr Trail. And I was like, no, I went through there. And later, now I'm like, oh yeah, the water. And the reason why I couldn't remember it right then is because that's not what scared me the most. I wasn't that scared of the water. I saw other people plow, the Helix crew plowed right through it, and I was like, I'm fine in the water, because we go down this thing, and it was full of water, and I think he was nervous because he didn't know what's under there, and maybe there was more water at his time, but maybe not, because it poured on, ooh, that's not the lane, so it poured right before we went down there, so I was like, please no mud, and there was water in there, but yeah, like I said, when Dwayne went down on the, which I now learned is called the switchbacks, turny, steep with the height, spear height that I have, switchbacks.
Another Go Pam rookie cannonball tip is don't bring a scratchy bandana with you, or one that's pretty new. It needs to be soft and broken in.
It was rubbing, chafing, just going, let me sandpaper your neck and face, let me sandpaper your neck and face, let me sandpaper your chin. Bernie, fall. I swear to God, I was like, I looked in the mirror at one point last night and I saw a blister. So with the miles of riding of me riding with my hand as a neck gaiter so that it wasn't touching. Welcome to New Mexico. Look at the chili peppers. Cool. I was riding with a neck gaiter as my gloved hand in the cold to block the chafing cold wind against my blistering face without touching it. I was holding it right inside my helmet lip like this and trying to block what I could. It was killing my back and I was ducking down like this and I was like, and that was hurting my back. So I was like, what's the lesser of two evils right now? Because my back on day 4 night, that's when I knew today I couldn't do the camel pack anymore. Like that camel pack like that was killing me. So I was like, what's more important right now, my back or my face? Guess which one? I was like, my back wins. My back. I can't. I have to be able to ride. And I just hoped that my face wasn't going to be just I was afraid it was going to be a full blown up red blistery mess when I got there. Whatever blister thing I thought I saw, whether it was there or not, it's gone now. Went back to the hotel room. There's a stuff called MUA. That stuff is a miracle ointment, and I'm carrying it in the front of my backpack now, so I have fast access to it. It's good for sunburns, I believe, or any kind of burns, rashes, insect bites, and it soothes the skin. So when I got back to the hotel room last night, I slathered hardcore all over my face. And I think also it's not pain, because the wind's off it now, and the sun. From my helmet mod. Yeah, helmet mod, and it's holding up. Excuse me. Still working out those stomach issues from this morning. We already are doing it. Like they told me, yeah, we're gonna be riding through New Mexico. So here we are doing that. And we're also supposed to go across the very top little chunk of Texas. And I think the top chunk of Texas takes me to Oklahoma. I think we go burp, burp, burp. So last night we were riding and we thought it was going to rain. My tinted shield and put it my clear because we knew dark was coming. Just going right. Oh, gas station? What are we doing? Does she need gas? Probably. Oh, maybe not. Hold on.
I'm gonna fix my odometer thing, and then I'm gonna get a lead. Do you want one?
I don't need anything. She was telling me her chickmunk story, and I'll have to ask her if I can tell that story. It's not cannonball, but it'd be funny for this movie because it's relevant to last night with the bat and her buggy wipe that she had to put in her face. Hilarious. Again, belly ache laughter at breakfast, even though I was belching barfy belches at the table. Cannonball 2, get ready to swallow a lot of snot. And guess what? With my full face in this neck gaiter situation, there ain't no spitting it or dribbling it or even, I might be able to wipe it out by sticking my hand at the front, scoop it out and wipe it on my pants. Normal things. I don't know how to do normal things. Normal things. I don't know how to do normal things. I don't know how to do normal things. Scott Taggart, I'm thinking of you because you told me that one night when we were in Pelly, when I stayed there and couldn't find the hotel. I don't even know where that was. Pelly. Anyways, couldn't find the hotel. And so he called me because I wasn't at the main hotel and I got in late. So he wanted to talk to me. Left me a message. I called him back. We were chit-chatting. And he's like, because he told me, every time I see you, you're still smiling. He's all, I love it. He's all, and you're always up. Because I'm always up and excited to see him. Because I love you, Scott. I'm excited to see you. I love you. And and I'm having a good time. I love people. Scott Taggart. He's cannonballing. He ain't doing the tourist thing. He said that he might do tourist. It's like he wants to win, and he knows he can win. I believe in him. There was talk on the forums when David, our organizer, he put on our Scooter Cannonball forum. He wrote a bunch of names as like alumni, top riders, contenders, the ones to watch out for. He goes, but I'm also looking at Scott Taggart because his attention to detail is scary. I think he said something like that. But yeah, Scott, they post the routes for review, the organizers. All the hard work of the organizers is totally appreciated. And Matt told me last night that all the organizers, nobody makes any money. It's not to make money. It's all to do the cannonball. It's all for the love of the event. And they're riders in it, and they're like, yeah, people don't know this, but we pay the registration fee too. And I'm like, but you guys do the organizing, so it's like that hard work. It's like you shouldn't have to. He goes, no. He goes, that's the way it should be. He's all, we're participating, and I was like, wow. So I don't know how many people know that our organizers who put in all that work, and the routes and the checking and the planning and the hotels for the picking, and I don't even know half the things they do. Like, this thing is a huge, they got to figure out where they're even going to go and everything. I'm so appreciative of you guys. And to find out that you're paying the registration fee, I would say, no, I'd say that you could just like cut that off and be like, nah, the work definitely is above and beyond the cost of that registration fee. And they make a website for all you guys to see, follow Scooter Cannonball run, and the forum they run, and the information. Oh my God, the work that these guys do. What was that thing I went? Oh, military time. If I don't change that clock to say military time. And the reason why you can't turn off the automatically set the time by time zone, like I can't just turn it off now, is because I have to know the correct time when I'm somewhere, because Scooterista's phone didn't update per se. And one of the days, it might have been yesterday, she thought she was an hour early because her phone didn't update. She was an hour late, and she barely caught the truck. Now I know to be like, okay, what you need? She's got oil on her now. That's why you have to know the proper time where you're at, because it's crucial to meet up with the truck before they leave. Right now, we're not taking the route of the truck, so if I break down, it's AAA time. I was also going to try and see not taking off my helmet for today, because it's so hard to get on and off with my new helmet mod, gaiter mod. So I was already eyeing that coconut water because I've been drinking that, and they had it at that last gas station. I was going to see if I could get one of those long, like the big drink soda straws, and shove it in the coconut water and shove the straw in here to see if I don't know that that's going to work. And it was just such a hassle. I was like, let me just go outside and suck out my camel pack bag. Shout out to David and Linda and Eric and Jordan and Vespa Sherman Oaks, Day 5 Cannonball. I had to give her a break, guys. There's 2 dirt roads today, and we're avoiding them. We're trying to get there faster on the interstate. And the banging this bike has taken. Oh. Oh, look at that. I can take a deep breath without eating dirt. Glorious. Mesh, mesh, mesh. Feeling great. Oh, she got her rain jacket on. I wonder if she's hot. Because people were saying it was going to be cold coming out of Colorado, and that we're headed towards Hottie Hot Town. Everybody's on Modern Vespa is probably like, why is nobody posting pictures or saying anything? And that's because it's been the gnarliest, longest days and we have limited time to do anything. So there was a night where I didn't even call my wife. I was planning to call my wife every night. I was like, it was day 2 after the dirt, and I was riding in the heat, and I got my brain and my feet cooked, and I got scrambled Go Pammers, and I was riding with a headache for miles to get home, and I had a headache on my left temple. Oh my God. And I texted my wife going, I'm here at the hotel, got a headache, gotta go to bed, like something like that. I couldn't even talk. Ben was adorable and laid in bed with me. He came to me as I laid here like this, holding my temple, showing me the route for day 3 and telling me there was dirt. Doug, old as dirt, I heard, got a speeding ticket, and he was, because in town somewhere. I think, I don't know if he's the only one. Maybe somebody else got one too. Doug was in a good mood this morning. I saw him smoking by the pumps when Mike and I and Ralph and I, our support truck driver, went to that hiker's barbecue pit with the band playing good country music. Mike was loving the music. We could have sat there for hours, and trust me, if this wasn't Cannonball, I would have. Of course, Ralph's like, we got to get back on the road now. And he's our support truck. And I looked at Mike and I'm like, gotta go. That's where Scooterista that day on day 2. She passed me and Mike. We were at the Troy Meadows, and I had to piss so bad. And I was about to go to that side of the road by the sign, by where everybody's taking the photos. Because Mike's like, yeah, go behind that rock. I'm like, cool. And all of a sudden a dirt bike comes out of nowhere, and so I look through the other side of the street, and I'm like, I'm going over there. And I just kind of ducked behind a tree, and my ass is hanging out. So if anybody took a picture, you could see my ass, and I'm pissing. And then I turn around, and I see, because I hear, pop, pop, I hear Sloppy Joe. And then Scooterista pulls up, and she's all, boop, boop, takes her picture. She totally saw me, and she moved on. And so then when we met up at the barbecue band place, they had a pump that does 85 only. And she was filling up. And Doug is standing there talking to her, smoking right by the pump. And it makes me laugh. Smoking right by a pump, man. And it's like one of those, just like a whole big gas bin. Yeah, those barrels up high on stilts. That's how I'm going to describe it. I was teasing him. Oh, look, he smoked by the pump. He was laughing too. Des Moines. Wait. Des Moines? That's not New Mexico. Where are we? Des Moines. I see, my brain is mush. Is that Idaho or Iowa? Des Moines. Welcome to New Mexico. There's a Des Moines, New Mexico. I was like, where are we at? Tom Drake's house? Des Moines, Iowa? Look, it's Des Moines, New Mexico. There's been a bunch of that where there's like a name and you know it to 15. Come on. 15. Oh, school. See, our school zones are like 25. Des Moines, New Mexico. Who knew? People who live here, that's who. I was like, are we off route? Moody! Broadway! Who's moody today? Not this girl and not this Vespa. So we're just off Broadway now. Broadway. This is what it's like to be in the mind of Go Pam. I know it's loud. There's always something happening wrong or weird or dirty. You can be eaten in the neck gaiter mod without issue. So, as disgusting as this is happening. Guys are going in here. So gross. See? Spark plug, tire gauge. Oh, I didn't check my tires this morning. Don't care. Toilet paper, napkin, screwdriver, toolkit, money. Are they throwing rocks at each other or pine cones? That's hilarious. I like that game. They're pine cones? Okay, that's a cool dad. So in New Mexico, they don't have snowballs, they throw pine cones at each other. In the mornings when I've been having these bars for breakfast with coffee and a little bit of water, then I ride, and like maybe eat a little bar later in the day, and then I don't eat food till like 5. I start to crash, and I haven't been having enough water, so I've been headachy, so I've been dehydrated and not enough fuel. And she has all her snacks at the ready, so she's surviving and not dying, and I've been dying. So I'm almost wondering if that's enough jerky in my pocket. Hey! Hey, you. Hey. Oh, nicely done, truck driver. Nice. Look at you. I think he saw him coming. So he was like, I'm going to let that truck fuel up. Nicely done. Good job. He had to eyeball that. Look at it.
Intercom failed. Try again later.
Drinking game. Look, she's wrenching on her helmet now. She wrenches on everything. Oh, hey guys. Woo! Oh, I wonder how Shannon's doing today. So Shannon Rockin' and Eric Eek, 520 Eek, I don't know. They're from Arizona. They're both on helixes. Eric, did you talk Shannon, your lovely wife, into doing Cannonball? Like, that it was like a nice, easy, fun tour? Because it's really hard. And Shannon on day 2 was like, I think she had a hard time on Sherman's paths. She had some near miss something. She's totally great. She's fine. Nothing's happened. And that's being a smart cannonballer, is knowing your limits. Sometimes you don't know your limits until you're on that road. Like Go Pam kissing dirt 3 times. I mean, I kind of knew hello, are you fake? Are you real? What is that? Oh, you're real. Dear antelope, they're antelope. Hey, Pops. My dad loves that too. Did you see that, Dad? R.I.P. Dad, but you're with me. They were standing so still, like, I was like, did somebody just put those in a field? That's how a city girl thinks. Did somebody just put some figurines? Those were real. Anyway, so being a smart cannonballer is knowing your limits. She got on the truck, and then she was really happy when I saw her, so it was good. Like, you know, she was feeling better. And then day 3, which was a beautiful day, but there was dirt again. There's dirt every day, and it's been hard. And then she didn't ride day 4, which was yesterday. But she said she was going to ride today, so she's riding today, day 5. She's back on it. Now apparently there's 4 women on Cannonball. Yours truly, Go Pam, Scooterista, and Swiss Miss riding with her dad, and Shannon. That's it for women on Cannonball 2018. And Swiss Mister, that's her boyfriend. They live in Switzerland. He couldn't ride because of insurance things, so he is in a Ford Mustang, I think. Boise? So what Boise is this? Why does everybody steal the same names? There's only one Los Angeles. Am I right? You can see directionally challenged. There's people out there going, yeah. And then some of you are like, oh, really? There's a Boise somewhere else? No. See, no, those are fake. Okay. Sometimes I'm like, are they figurines or are they real? So we were sitting there because we were talking about critters, and we were talking about the squirrel that darted out in front of her. And I was like, please, no, please. And of course I knew it was going to come for me, so I started to brake. Hey, Moose. But I knew it was coming right for me, and it did a little stop, dart, wait, where am I going? And I was like, I was braking, I had plenty of time, but they're unpredictable. You don't know where they're going to go. And I felt like I went like that last minute to get around it. She says she looks for eyes, too, at night to make sure something doesn't dart across, because she's used to seeing wildlife. I'm not. And I knew I saw some eyes last night, and my camera wasn't recording, but there was something that crossed the road. It looked like a fox or a coyote or a cat. I don't know what it was. We were talking about critter stories jumping out in front of you. And she was talking about, I think she was in some rally. So anyways, this chipmunk, she sees it, and it's real cute, and she's like, okay. And so she didn't want to hit it. I'm not even going to be able to tell this story. She didn't want to hit it, so she sticks her leg out to kind of be like... Oh, God. She sticks her leg out to be like... Drinking game. She sticks her leg out to be like, no, chipmunk. Like, don't come over here. Don't come over here, drinking game. And she kicks it. She kicked the chipmunk. She would have missed it with her wheel, and she kicked the poor little bastard. So that story is relevant to last night. We're riding in, we're trying to beat the rain and avoid the rain, and every time we were getting near the black storm cloud where it was raining, we just lucked out. We were like this side of it, that side of it, and it didn't rain on us. Woo! And then at one point I actually thought it did rain, because I was hearing all this kick, 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 kick. And last time I thought those were bugs, it was rain. But it was bugs. She had her dark shield, but she'd taken it off, and she has her clear glasses, so she doesn't have to put a clear shield on like I do. And so she can see, but then like there was so many bugs coming coming at her, and she said, and then she said that there was a bat. I go, a bat was coming near your face, and she was like, yeah. I go, so what'd you do? Just punch it, like the chipmunk? I go, you know, would you give it a left hook? Because this is your throttle hand. Just give it a left hook or maybe an uppercut. And she was like, yeah, southpaw roundhouse, southpaw swing. We laughed so hard. So she's a chipmunk puncher and a bat puncher. We stopped at one point, I forget why, but at that point, she also took, because so many bugs were hitting her hardcore in the face, she decided to take this rag and shove it around her nose and mouth and tuck it into her helmet, and then her glasses were above it, and so that they wouldn't just beam her in the face. But then she was saying that rag, she used that rag to wipe off. It was on her mouth. Oh, drinking game. She used that rag to wipe off bugs from her bike. She knew she had to put this little dirty bug thing on her mouth, and which was worse, getting hit hard. Which is worse, getting hit hard in the mouth with bugs, or having dirty bugs on her mouth? And it was better to have the dirty bug rag. Cannonball, day 4, Colorado night. Oh, God. I'm telling you, there's like these situations where you're like, as a regular rider, commuter, I'm not coming across these things, but on this Cannonball timed endurance event, with all these choices and factors and situations like her mirror flying off at her face, there's yoga, grasshopper, there's so much hilarity.